Some houses choose their families. Others trap them. The Martinez family had saved for 7 years to buy their dream home. What they didn't know was that some dreams become nightmares. Sarah Martinez stepped out of her sedan, watching her 2 children race toward the front porch of their new 1950s colonial home. Paint peeled from the shutters like old skin. Her husband David emerged with architectural plans clutched in his weathered hands. Sarah ran her fingers along the original wallpaper in the hallway. Roses and vines twisted in patterns that seemed almost alive. "It's like stepping back in time," she whispered to David. But as she spoke, a piece of wallpaper curled at the edge, revealing something dark underneath. Time has a way of hiding things. Sometimes, those things are better left buried. David spread renovation blueprints across the kitchen counter. The plans called for removing the wall between the kitchen and dining room. If only they knew what that wall was protecting them from. "We'll start with the main wall tomorrow." "Open up the whole space," David announced. Lightning flashed outside. For just a moment, shadows seemed to move behind the wallpaper. Day 3 of renovation arrived with the sound of sledgehammers echoing through the house like a heartbeat. David and his brother Miguel tore into the wall with determination that bordered on obsession. Every swing of that hammer brought them closer. Closer to something that had been waiting for 71 years. Crack. A section of plaster fell away, revealing the wall's interior. Miguel stopped mid-swing. "David, look at this." They peered into the hole, their headlamps illuminating something that shouldn't be there, a small leather-bound journal wedged between the wooden beams. Sarah entered, dust covering her face like a mask. "What did you find?" The silence stretched. Outside, a tree branch scraped against the window like fingernails on glass. "I don't know yet," David replied, reaching for the journal. His fingers brushed the leather. It was cold, unnaturally cold. Some discoveries change everything. Others change everyone. That evening, the family gathered around the dining room table. The journal sat in the center like a dark heart. The leather cover bore no title, just a date burned into the surface, 1952. Sarah opened it with trembling fingers. The pages were yellowed, but the ink looked fresh. Day 1. "We moved into our new home today. The children love it here, especially little Emma," she read aloud. 8-year-old Sofia Martinez looked up sharply. "That's my middle name." A chill settled over the room. David took the journal and continued reading. Day 15. "Emma keeps talking to someone in the walls. We think it's just imagination. Children and their invisible friends." The pages fluttered in a wind that wasn't there. "Some friends are more real than we want to believe." Sarah flipped ahead several pages. Her face went pale. Day 47. "The voices are getting louder. Emma says they're calling her name. She says they want her to come play." Young Sophia backed away from the table. "I heard something last night. In my room. Someone calling my name." The journal slipped from Sarah's hands, falling open to a page near the end. David read with growing horror. Day 52. "Emma is gone. We've searched everywhere. The search team thinks she ran away, but I know better. The walls took her." Thunder crashed outside, and for a moment, all the lights flickered. The next morning brought no relief. David attacked the wall with renewed fury, but now it wasn't about renovation. It was about answers. Sometimes, the truth hides in plain sight. Other times, it hides in the walls. With each swing of the sledgehammer, more of the wall crumbled away. And with each piece that fell, something became clear. This wall, it was built to hide something. Miguel suddenly stopped. "David, look at this framework. This isn't original construction." The wooden beams didn't match the rest of the house. They were newer, hastily installed. "It's like someone rebuilt this section," David observed. As more plaster fell away, they uncovered something that made them both step back. Carved into one of the wooden beams, barely visible, were the words, "Emma, 1952. Sarah appeared in the doorway, drawn by their silence. "What now?" But before anyone could answer, they heard it. A sound from within the wall itself, not scratching, not settling, crying. A child crying. Some sounds echo through time, others never stopped. The search team arrived within the hour. Detective Rivera had seen many things in 20 years on the force, but nothing had prepared her for this. With surgical precision, they continued to remove the wall. What they found defied explanation. and challenged everything the Martinez family thought they knew about their dream home. Behind that wall, they found the truth. But the truth was more disturbing than any ghost story. They discovered not just one hiding place, but a carefully constructed chamber. Inside were more journals, children's toys from the 1950s, and photographs. Photographs of Emma Richardson, age 7, who disappeared in 1952. "The Richardson family lived here before you," Detective Rivera explained. "According to these records, they reported their daughter missing in December of 1952. Sarah held a photograph of Emma. The resemblance to her daughter Sophia was unsettling. "She looks exactly like," she whispered. "There's more," the detective said, opening the final journal. The handwriting was different now, erratic, desperate. "I can't let them take Emma away. The authorities don't understand. She's not missing. She's safe. Safe in the walls where no one can hurt her ever again." Detective Rivera read aloud. The silence in the room was deafening. The truth hit the Martinez family like a physical blow. Emma Richardson hadn't disappeared. She had been hidden. Hidden by someone who believed they were protecting her. But the most disturbing revelation was yet to come. "The final entry, it's dated 3 days ago," Detective Rivera announced. David's hands shook as he took the journal. "The new family has arrived. Their little girl looks just like my Emma. Soon, they'll understand. Soon, they'll know that some children need to be kept safe in the walls." The journal fell to the floor. Outside, thunder crashed, and in that moment of silence that followed, they all heard it. Footsteps. In the walls, the Martinez family thought they were renovating their dream home. Instead, they had uncovered a nightmare that had been waiting for another little girl who looked just like Emma. 6 months later, the house sits empty again. The Martinez family moved out the day after the discovery, leaving behind their dream and taking with them a truth that would haunt them forever. The investigation revealed that Emma Richardson had never left that house. What her father had done, believing he was protecting her from a world he saw as dangerous, had trapped her spirit within those walls for 71 years. But perhaps the most disturbing truth of all is that Emma Richardson is no longer alone in those walls. As investigators closed the case, neighbors reported seeing a small figure in the upstairs window. A little girl, watching, waiting, for the next family to move in, for the next little girl who looks just like Emma. This story, while fictional, highlights very real issues that continue to affect families today. Cases of parental kidnapping and concealment often stem from mental illness, extreme overprotectiveness, or delusional thinking patterns. Historical records show that between 1950 and 1970, thousands of missing children cases went unsolved due to limited investigation techniques and social stigmas surrounding family privacy. Modern home renovations have uncovered evidence in cold cases dating back decades. DNA technology now allows us to solve mysteries that seemed impossible just 20 years ago. The psychological impact on families who discover dark secrets in their homes can be devastating. Post-traumatic stress, trust issues, and anxiety disorders are common. When your safe space becomes associated with horror or tragedy, it fundamentally changes how you perceive security and home. If you're renovating an older home, experts recommend researching its history, documenting any unusual findings, and contacting authorities if you discover anything suspicious. Remember, some stories are fiction, but the need for vigilance, community awareness, and protecting our children is very real. Over 460,000 children go missing in the United States each year. 99% are found. But each case leaves lasting impact on families and communities. The Martinez family's fictional discovery reminds us that every home has a history, every family has secrets, and sometimes the past refuses to stay buried.